So I'm going to say this. People on the online left, they need to go out and touch grass. They fucking need to go out and touch grass. And I just said, okay. I can see them and the way that they talk about people who ostensibly would agree with them, that would ostensibly have similar points to them, but because they're a jerk or they're toxic, they wouldn't claim them as somebody that's on the left. I just mentioned it. President Sundays. Well, this person is going to just do toxic masculinity. Motherfucker, you do passive aggressive fucking toxicity. That's not acceptable either. Being passive aggressive to people because, oh, they make you mad. That's not acceptable either. And how many people that you see now that the online left will just call people liberal and use it as a slur? Liberal. It's stupid when you don't have any power. You want to actually get power and make a choice. A decision on how the country should be run. The cultural zeitgeist. But so many people on the online left would either dismiss pragmatic people or people that aren't just super progressive. Here, this is one of them. Let's go. This is Rashad Crenshaw. He recently did a video not too long ago of why I left the right. He's a young black guy who still has words in his vocabulary that some people may not like, but it's his points, right? Let's see.
What is Unc talking about? Hey, bruh. What the fuck is Unc talking about? He won't.
Now, you would think a person like this, who is obviously a black guy, obviously somebody in do-rag, somebody with the Invictus flag behind him, you would think that this would be somebody who's quote-unquote right-leaning. But let's hear this man out.
He said, it's amazing to see Democrats mystified as to why they're losing to Donald Trump again. They just can't figure it out. They're so biased they can't see straight. Not all, but most of his supporters hate the establishment and back him just because the establishment is against him. No, they support him because they're fed a bunch of bullshit misinformation.
Thank you. Do you think that these people are just like, I hate the rich? I don't like the rich. Do you think most Trump supporters actually hate the establishment when most of the people that they have problems with don't have establishment power? Come on now.
Like, I don't even know why we pretend anymore like this movement is built on some like legitimate. Like, Cenk, why does Cenk say stupid ass shit like this? Cenk Uygur. I hope I'm saying his name right. I hate talking about him because I always feel like I'm butchering the man's name. I hate butchering people. I hate that because it's just like I hate doing that. Is his name really Cenk Uygur?
So here's the thing, and he's gonna go on this rant for a little bit. But like seriously. It is not a game. These people have been lied to for the good part of a century, half a century. They are fed this bullshit and they think that no. It's not about hating the establishment. Now, Cenk, I'll be honest with you. he's a little bit biased towards, I don't know, sensationalism, because that gets him clicks. And if you're going to say, oh, no, he cares about the message. Yeah, he does care about the message. He does care about making motherfucking change in the world, but he also cares about his livelihood of being boisterous and fighting. Excuse me. And he even says it. It's some of it is like his Turkish background of how Turks handle politics. Motherfucker Erdogan. We just want to say it. Erdogan. Don't talk to me about politics and don't talk to me about populism. When you sit back and you fall for, and I'm not saying he's falling for the politics specifically in Turkey. What I'm saying, he's falling for a politics style that is different than what literally the mode, the feeling of the US right now. I'm sure he wants to think that some of these people are rational, that they just hate the establishment and they hate the rich people, and the billionaire from New Jersey is anti-establishment, which we've had a motherfucking term of him being a billionaire president that didn't do shit right. All right, let's go.
If it's Uyghur this whole time and it's not Uyghur, and I'm in, like, I hate this shit, bro. Check Twigano. He said they support him because the establishment is against him. Bro, why? Like, again, why are we even pretending anymore? Why? Furthermore, here's what he said. This thing said, but if you tell this important piece of information which could help you win elections to a Democratic leader, they're offended. Wait, why would you be offended? Oh, right, because you proudly associate yourself with the establishment. That's your answer as to why you're losing.
Everybody associate themselves with something. This is a dumb tweet. And it was a dumb tweet to cover up another dumb tweet. Do they think Republicans are not in Washington? Do they think that they're all Democrats? But people vote for the party that usually that their parents voted for. This is a dumb tweet. Rashad is rightly calling this shit out. But let's continue.
What Cenk is basically saying is we don't have enough vibes. There aren't enough vibes. No, Cenk Uyghur's not Russian or Ukrainian. He's Turkish. He's not an associate, as far as I know, of any of that bullshit. If he is funded by anything odd, it would probably be Iran or something. The reality is that politics is heavily influenced by vibes. He's not wrong about that. But the problem is, like, what kind of anti-establishment position do you want Kamala Harris to take?
So I did watch this video before, and I kind of wanted to make a video out of it. And I know they want Kamala to press the communism button. Just go and press it. Because we know that's not how, we know that's not how electoral politics work. We know that that's not how world politics works. But they're looking for the whole, well, she needs to stop Israel. Maybe by, doing something untoward to, like, Netanyahu. I've actually heard Vosh say it. He's like, yeah, they need to CIA Netanyahu. Vosh has actually said it. Which is dumb, but let's go.
As if the establishment is not literally the only thing protecting the existence of the United States from Donald Trump's, like, conspiracy to end it. Donald Trump's conspiracy to end democracy is only being blocked by the establishment.
And I've seen this too, and this is why people like Loner Box or Dylan Burns have had fallouts with a lot of these online leftist people. Our institutions, our establishments, the establishment state, the government institutions is the reason why we're not living under a dictatorship right now. The fact that just like he has the urge to resist naked men, Mike Pence didn't just declare Trump the winner. That's because it was the establishment. There was an establishment of rules. It's just weird to me. It is freaking weird to me how there are people that say, "Oh, fuck the establishment, down with the establishment." But these are people who are on the online left, and a lot of them whose parents are part of the establishment or feed into the establishment, that they're mad because, I don't like the fact that my mother or my father is part of this establishment, so I'm going to bend my rules, my moral code around going against this establishment. And well, why do you have an issue with it? They don't go far enough. Do they help people? Yes, but not enough. I don't know what to tell. All right, let's go.
When Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz and Byron Donalds and Lauren Boebert and all of these Muppets literally get into Washington and vote against legislation for their own communities, who gets it passed through? The establishment. The establishment.
So it recently came out that there were people in the South that were voting against FEMA. They lived in the South. They represented districts in the South. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, they voted against FEMA aid. And let me just check the map. Oh, wait. They are in the area that gets hit by hurricanes. But no, it's okay. Because fuck FEMA. Fuck the establishment, right? Right? All right, let's go.
They're the ones. When Ukraine needs funding and Republicans try to block it so Russia can crip walk their way all over the fucking... Who sends the money? The establishment.
Wait. Now I'm going to have to call them wrong on this one. Most of these people are tanky, so they want Russia to just... Seriously, though. We had Hassan through the whole thing. It was like, Russia's not going to attack. And then when they do attack, it's just something small. They don't really want to take over this. They just want to liberate... Dog, they're going to the capital. They're trying to take over the whole country. No, they're not. Yeah, they can't now. Seriously. But let's continue.
The establishment is worth standing behind. I don't even know why we're pretending as though, like, the establishment is something to dust off your shoulder like John Cena or some shit. Where are we getting this mentality from? Oh, the establishment. Like, what? You know what Cenk is basically trying to say without saying it? He's trying to say Kamala's not going hard on Palestine enough. That's why she's losing, because she's not anti-establishment enough. The reality is, Kamala Harris gains nothing from becoming anti-Israel. Because here's the reality.
So let's actually break this down. Let's break down a lot of what these people are actually saying. The non-committed people and not all the other good shit, right? So what's the result of what they want? What's the result of what they actually want? Because if they care about people that are in war-torn countries or people that are, being bombed by U.S. bombs, these motherfuckers sure did get real quiet on Yemen. If it's about that. They kept quiet on that. But they care about poor people being hurt. Where's the concern for Myanmar? No. They care about poor people starving. Shit, Sudan is right down the street. I told you I listened to that conversation with President Sunday, and and vegan gangs. And the first, did you see the pictures? Did you see the pictures? And it's just like, motherfucker, I can show you pictures of people starving in countries not that far away. Did you see the civilian death? Motherfucker, I can show you the civilian deaths of stuff that literally is not that far away. But it's immoral. Motherfucker, it's a blood feud that both sides are going back and forth on. One person is fighting metaphorically with sticks and the other one is using a gun. Somebody literally brought a knife to a gunfight, and not only did they bring a knife to a gunfight, they started off by the knife and says, "Come at me, bro." Literally, that's what happened back on September 7th. They did it to get an overreaction, and they got their overreaction so they can actually get sympathy points. And they say, hey, not only are we know that what our actions are doing is hurting, is getting our people hurt, we want to do it again so we can get more of an overreaction. Not some freedom fighting, not some, oh, we're just going to push away the invaders. No, they wanted to wipe another country out. It is a blood feud, and nobody's hands are clean. But because it's more sympathy on one side, and one side is fighting the power, even though they use civilians as shields, then, you know, they're the plucky upstarts that's trying to fight the evil global power like this is some sort of Saturday morning cartoon, and there is one country that's good and one country that's evil. But yeah, sure, that's the reason why Kamala's losing.
If Kamala goes full pro-Palestine, they're going to say, Kamala, can you please try to bring about the dissolution of the state of Israel? Dumb. They're going to ask her to do stupid. The same way they asked Trump to do dumb. Trump, bro, let's not act like Donald Trump's flirtation with lunatics hasn't come with a cost. Donald Trump.
Oh, and you have one side is like, okay, can you like reel it in a little bit? Can you reel it in a little bit? Like, dude, you being a dumb fuck. Like, literally, Joe Biden was cussing out Benjamin Netanyahu. Dude, stop. You making us look back. Stop. And he had one side that's like, oh, yeah, you want to, you know, make new glass? Cool. You can make new glass. You have one side, and you're telling people that's saying, hey, could you stop? Could you please stop? We don't have any power to really go against you because you're our ally, and we don't want to give the impression that the U.S. doesn't stick up for its ally, but you're really making me look bad, versus a side that's saying, man, let's make some more glass. He has literally said Donald Trump has advocated for the use of nuclear weapons in different states around the Middle East. But it's okay not to vote because one side is the same as the other. Well, let's continue.
Is going to bring about a Russian victory in Ukraine if he wins. He is going to harm his legacy geopolitically because his base demands bullshit from him. Kamala Harris cannot go full pro-Palestine because the shit that y'all want isn't even realistic. Y'all want the dissolution of Israel. That's never gonna happen. Like, no. What you want Kamala to do? To be posted up with the Houthis? Y'all want Kamala to be dapping up?
I mean, like, she can always go on stream and praise a Houthi pirate as if it's One Piece. I don't know. Based red pill.
The Houthis and taking pictures with Hezbollah. Like, no. That's not happening. Get over it. Never. That's what Cenk is trying to say when he says Kamala's not against the establishment enough. What the f*** you want her to do? Talk about how COVID was I'm not saying that real, YouTube. I'm saying, like, you get what I'm trying to say. Y'all want Kamala to talk about how the election was stolen? You want Kamala to talk about how she's going to get rid of the Department of Education? You want Kamala to talk about how she's going to stop women from being able to get abortions? You want her to talk about how she's going to clean out the entire FBI and turn it into the Kamala BI? Like, what?
I mean, like, you know, that's anti-establishment until you become the establishment. But yeah, but he's right with this shit. He is right with this shit. That there's so many people that's on the online left that want unrealistic things, and don't want to take the time to work to get the realistic things. Then they say, well, if Bernie would have won, yeah, that wouldn't have changed the whole world or the dynamics that was going on with the world. But if this would have happened, why don't you work to make it happen? There's so many people that they just whine and they cry and they say, I want to make bullshit. I want to cry about bullshit or make money off of making sure that you're afraid. But let's continue.
What do you like, bruh? When you say Kamala Harris doesn't understand the importance of being anti-establishment, what the fuck do you mean by that? Do you understand what being anti-establishment means? It means centering every single governmental administration around the whims of Trump. Centering everything around Trump's power. That's exactly what it's about. So when Cenk Uygur sits there and says, Kamala's not anti-establishment enough, what he means is Kamala's not radically pro-Palestine enough. Kamala's not radically progressive enough. What could she possibly, what she want to do, be a socialist tomorrow? What could she do?
Don't you know that they hide the socialist button? They hide the socialist button. It's locked up. It's right next to the nuclear codes, but instead they would rather push the nuclear button instead the socialist button. They have it though. They have it. They have it where the president can control everything because reasons. And the president can do things, anything they want on a whim because reasons. Literally, that's what they believe. They couldn't take a civics test and pass a civics test. Excuse me, they can take one, but they couldn't pass a civics test for their life. Because reasons. But let's go.
The entire purpose of railing against the establishment is to cede as much governmental power to Donald Trump as humanly possible. It is to create a king. That is why conservatives are anti-establishment. They plant seeds of bullshit into the heads of the common man by telling you, the government doesn't care about you. The government hates you. Meanwhile, the people telling you the government hates you refuse to pass legislation to help you. How the fuck is Kamala going to engage in anti-establishment tactics, Cenk? How? Do you understand what that looks like?
Well, first she should dissolve the banks because fuck banks and nobody needs banks because nobody needs money because reasons. And I hear a story about how there was a time where bankers went on strike and people found their way with bartenders and like they were still a banking system. They were just named after different shit. No. She should make housing completely free all as soon as day one because housing is a human right, which it is, but she should make it completely free. And then some of these people who don't want to get up out of bed all day or sit around and watch YouTube streams all day, 6 days a week, and spend their parents' money on donating to streams or worse yet, still live at home with their parents and never actually had to deal with living life. They can just pass money out because streamer make them feel good and they're cooler than their parents. Right? Versus them going out and doing shit because it's hard and I have to be a representative of myself and my movement, and I just can't be just strange for no reason other than just I want to stand out. No. I have to be my authentic self, and I can't be a representation of. I have to be on good behavior. Why do I have to be on good behavior? No, I want to do and say whatever I want to and still say you're bad if you don't 100% agree with me. But what about the poor people that you wish to help? No, if it means compromising my creativity, then no, I'm not going to compromise creativity. But it'll help people respond better to what you're trying to do. I don't care. You're crushing my individuality. All right, let's go.
Do you understand that being anti-establishment means the undermining of our democracy and our sacred institutions? What is she supposed to do about this information, Cenk? Seriously, chat, help me understand. Chat, help me understand. But if you tell this important piece of information which could help you win the elections, how the fuck do Democrats engage in anti-establishment rhetoric without undermining the trust of the American people in the institutions?
You have one group of people that's saying government bad, get elected and make government bad. And you have another group of people who's like, hey, government is here to help you. Let me, work to make sure. And they actually do it, no matter how small that you fucking think it is. The CHIP Acts actually help people. It helped control the Inflation Reduction Act actually helped people. But they got rid of this. No, you are mad at two quote unquote Democrats for not voting the way you wanted them to vote when you had 50 Republicans that just off the rip said no. You mad at the conservative Democrats that don't give you everything you want in the fucking House. But the other 200 and motherfucking 16 Republicans, well, of course they're just going to be evil because Republican evil. The fuck? And this isn't even a centrist argument. This isn't even an establishment argument. This is, I want to seem cooler than the people that I seen that's not as exactly left as I am. Versus getting shit done. But let's continue.
How? I don't even think Chet realizes part of the reason why Republicans engage in so much anti-establishment bullshit is because they don't have a choice. Their base has been primed over the course of years to hate everything in the government. They have no choice but to cleanse out the FBI and the DOD and all that bullshit because their base has literally demanded that they do this. The base demands dysfunctionality from them. Marjorie Taylor Greene sits there and says she wants Lloyd Austin to be paid $1 because there's too much transgender propaganda in the DOD, which was false. Does Chick actually know what he's asking for?
No, because what they want is the establishment to lose power so these motherfuckers can get more power. Oh, no, we want them to lose so they can understand the power of our vote. How did that turn out in 2016? Because I remember 2020, Biden barely won. And that's off of Trump actually mishandling not only a pandemic, but the economy was going to shit before that. I understand you're still mad that the DNC actually moved around some stuff to make Bernie lose. I'm upset with that too. But I'm not going to sit back and say, well, fuck them. Let them fail. Because my freedoms is on the line. Like, my opinion about stuff will not actually be implemented. I have a daughter. And if somebody tells her that her only worth is popping out kids, I will. Well, admittedly, I'm not going to say I'm going to do any violence. But I won't have to cover up the violence that she does when somebody tells her that. But so many of these people claim to be progressive, claim to care about minorities and women and trans people and, genderqueer people. But they don't. They can't see past their own ego to do stuff and actually, govern. But let's continue.
Does he actually know what he's asking for? A Groiper in my chat said Fuentes yay 2028. Bro, Fuentes' fan base hates Kanye West now. I don't know, they hate him now. Which, we also just seen it coming because Kanye's black. This can't be Cenk for real. Bro, y'all playing with me, bro.
This guy sees hundreds of Trump supporters agreeing with me on why they like Trump and thinks he should ignore it because it as a ploy it must be a ploy. I have to get attention. I have a different dastardly plan, get attention by being honest. The rest of the news media should try. And this whole thing of that's his brand. I'm against the establishment. That's his brand. And again, I'm not saying this to say that he's being dishonest. I'm saying that he has the same mindset of going against the establishment. But what is he going against? The establishment. What is he going against? Our established institutions literally stopped a coup. But I don't know. All right, let's go.
Bro, this is not Chenk's actual account, bro. Stop playing. Oh shit. 643K. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's Cenk, bro. The blue check doesn't faze me anymore. I gotta check the follower count. Have you ever considered? See, this is the problem, bro. What the fuck? Okay. Trump is fully backed by the establishment, i.e. rich corporations. Yes, but he has enough sense to pretend otherwise, whereas Democratic leaders run straight into the arms of the establishment and don't even realize that's a problem.
How are the Democrats running into the establishment?
My nigga, Cenk, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is you talking about? Seriously. Like, what in the fuck is this nigga talking about? Cenk does not understand. He does. I'm not even like, bro, Cenk, he's very knowledgeable. He has to know. Asking Democrats to be anti-establishment, do you know what you're asking for? You're asking for a complete and total destruction of the American people's trust in any and every institution. Like, what are you talking about? Now, if Cenk said, hey, maybe we should play dirty and spread misinformation about Trump and them, I'd say, damn, I don't know if we should do that, but at least you're coming up with something that could possibly...
Man, for real. But you don't have to spread misinformation. Just explain how, Trump was friends with Vince McMahon, who actively crapped on a woman while he was a woman that he was cheating on his wife with, and he actively crapped on a woman while she was getting screwed by somebody else that he in a way where it was just like disgusting. How about the time that it is documented in court that he assaulted his wife because he was upset that the hair plugs that the doctor put in that she recommended hurt? Literally, it's in court that he assaulted her.
Possibly work. You want the Democrats to turn on the establishment? The bureaucratic, non-political workers who keep our government functioning and unbiased? What are you talking about, Cenk? Seriously.
No. The establishment that even though there's a hurricane that hit states that didn't vote for Biden, he still was like, yo, it was a hurricane coming. Let me sign the disaster relief, record, whatever it's called, to make sure that they have done everything that they could do before the storm hits. Versus Trump was like, they didn't vote for me, then I don't want to do any aid for them. Like, the fuck? Yeah, that establishment.
This nigga should be saying shit. This is why I don't tweet. Chat, this is why I don't tweet. Because you eventually start saying shit that sounds nice, but when you actually think under the layers, you begin to realize, but this shit it don't make no motherfucking sense, bro. The only thing I think Cenk could possibly be talking about is pro-Palestine. Again, Kamala's never gonna go full pro-Palestine because you niggas are crazy. You have demands that are divorced from reality. One state solution, get rid of Israel. Shit that's never, ever, 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 ever gonna work or would actually get the Palestinians really wiped out. That's all of y'all solutions are literally Palestine just all around.
And I've heard those solutions. Even if it was a one-state solution, I've heard their solutions. It's not going to end well. Literally, it's not going to end well. Did you know that Israel has a secret plan that was linked called the Samson Plan? That's not going to end well for a lot of people. But fuck, let's go.
Israel comes out Israel probably would go even harder with some of the shit y'all be suggesting. One state solution. Lunatics. Israel needs to dissolve. Morons. No. That's all I can think of. That's the only thing I can think of when Cenk says she needs to be anti-establishment. She's never going to commit geopolitical deletion to gain votes. The vast majority of Americans do not give a fuck about Israel-Palestine. Most Americans are pro-Israel or cool with Israel. Small minority are radical pro-Palestinians. And the ones that are hate America. They despise this country and they want to turn us into something we were never intended to be, just like...
Wait. Is he saying that some people believe America bad? No, some people believe that America bad.
Like MAGA. Kamala Harris is never, ever, 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 ever going to entertain y'all's lunacy. The end. Cenk over there talking about we're losing because we're not anti-establishment enough. No, we're losing because we don't have enough edge. We don't have enough aggression. We don't have enough strength. Kamala Harris...
But don't you know that edge and aggression, that's toxic masculinity. That's being mean. You can't be mean.
Is playing too nice. We need, I'm gonna say it, bro. We need more memes. We need more disrespect. We need more insults. We need more gangster, and we need more tribal energy. I'm sorry to say it, but like, we're gonna have to get our hands dirty to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna have to get our hands dirty to win.
But those who fight monsters should make sure in the process that they do not become the monsters. Okay,
but sorry. Trying to stoke the flames of distrust in the government, for what? So Palestinians can have XYZ solution that's not even gonna work? When you niggas come up with a reasonable, comprehensive plan for Israel and Gaza, come back. But right now, y'all sound like lunatics. Cenk's solution kind of makes sense. He's one of the reasonable pro-Palestine people. But the problem is, Cenk's just one guy. The movement itself is made up of lunatics, who are the left-wing equivalent of MAGA. Y'all want Kamala to crash out behind Gaza. It's not gonna happen. No. And
motherfucker, get him on the DNC election panel or something.
Alienate more normal voters. What we should be trying to do right now is bring in as many normal people as possible. But the reality is, we need to be more aggressive in clowning Trump, clowning Vance. We need meme strength. Though here's a problem.
All right. But for real. And again, I don't agree all 100% with this guy saying, but it's fucking true. Do you know how many people that will just sit back and be like, but I'm right. I'm morally right. This 150-year-old theory says that I'm right because reasons. Can you explain that a little bit more in depth to somebody that, would just don't get that theory? I shouldn't have to. You just need to read theory. Have you read theory? My favorite streamer said that it's theory. Oh, so you mean you're a priest? What are you talking about? I hate religion. Did you read the book? No, my favorite streamer said that, and I understand their interpretation. Oh, you mean you're a priest? I don't know. This shit is crazy to me. It is crazy to me. Because instead of addressing shit, instead of talking to people like you're talking to people, like you're talking to talking to reasonable adults, no matter what their bias would be, you just feel that it's fine to talk down to people because you feel that you're right. Not that you know that you're right. Not that you understand that you're right. Because you feel that you're right. Because somebody made you feel good. That sounds like some of the stuff that MAGA happens. Yeah, that sounds like MAGA stuff too. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching this video segment. And if you're sticking around, stick around. We got a few more videos to go. Thank you.
I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.